Hello friends, this is Ifa. Welcome back to my channel. So today is the day when I am going to update my reading journal. Along with my bullet journal spreads, I always feel very excited when I start to update my reading journal, as I always make one spread with 2 pages for one book, so it's a lot of doing if I go for the quarter reviews. Since July, I have gone for 3 books at least for each month, so I started to update my reading journal monthly. So let's get started with the first page, which is the cover page. And I've been telling you that I always like cover pages in my journals, like my bullet journal, my daily journal, and also in the reading journals. And that's why in this journal update, I'm going to start with the cover page. July is basically a summer comes rainy season, so I wanted to go with some summery or rainy seasonal themes for this. So I've bought this collection, which is the Afternoon in Paris collection from Paper Monogatari, and I absolutely love the whole collection which I got from her, because in all of her arts there is a lot of details and it looks so gorgeous in person and also in the photos, as you can see here. And I've got this sticker sheet set and also this washi tape from her shop, and I was very excited to use this in my July reading journal. So for this cover page, I'm going with this light blue background because all of these sticker sheets has this blue and purple and pink as major color. For the title, I am using this large block letter to create this large vertical title space. In the top, I use this large sticker with the washi tapes, and here, as you can see, I'm just changing another washi tape from the washi tape shop because I don't like the color combination here, so I'm using this thin washi tape from Notebook Therapies from a collection which they launched in 2021. I forgot the name of the collection, but I will link them down below, so definitely go and check that out. And to cover up the spaces in between the background box, I wanted to go with this title of third quarter 01 because I wanted to clear myself, or anyone who sees my reading journal review, they can understand that I've separated the third quarter from part 1 here in this spread. I hope that makes sense. And here the alphabet sticker that I'm using is the latest summer collection from my shop, and I absolutely love how these alphabet stickers turned out than the previous one. And besides my cover page, I am going to go with a dashboard spread where I will write the names of the books that I've read in July. And here I'm drawing 3 overlapping boxes and also decorate the spaces with washi tapes. I absolutely love how the washi tapes combined with them. And for the title, I have gone with books that I read here with the alphabet stickers that I used previously. So basically these spreads are inspired by Hedda from Bujo. I've started this reading journal this year, so I don't have any style yet, but I think I will build up one after this year. I'm just hoping for it. But other than that, I think I'm going with Hedda's ideas because that's the finest ideas that goes with my journaling style as well. So yeah, and that's it for this cover page and dashboard spread. And let's start talking about the books that I've read. So the first book that I've read is a murder mystery book, which is the second book from the Cleopatra Fox mystery series, which I've been reading since June, and I really like how this series is going on, even though this book was not much interesting than the first book to me. I really find that the books are pretty similar with the stories, so I didn't enjoy it that much, but it's not that bad. The plotting was very nice and the storytelling was very, very nice, so I would give it a 5-star definitely. from this book, I found very similar storytelling with the first book, so it was not much interesting, but it was very calming to listen to the audiobook of this book. Basically, I'm listening to the audiobooks of this series, and I actually enjoy it when I do my chores, and it kind of speed up my productivity a bit. And yeah, basically the main lead of this book is Cleopatra Fox, and she has been facing a lot of murder around her, and she has solved it with her new partner comes friend called Harry. And I've been listening to this series to know what happened to Harry and Cleopatra's romantic story. That's why I'm going to finish this whole series. That's my goal for this year, and I really like how it's going, but the storylines or the murder mysteries are okay for me, so I hope that makes sense. And let's talk about a bit of the decorations here I'm doing. As the cover of this book has this dark blue color with brown titles on it, I've collected a bunch of brown and this dark turquoise blue color here. I forgot the color name here, but I hope you can understand what I'm referring to. I wanted to make this title look a bit cute, so I'm using the lightest stamp pad, as you can see here. And I really like how the whole title space turned out, and in the bottom I'm using this grid washi tape that I got from StationeryPal in 2021, and I always use this here and there because they look pretty cool. And I'm also using this washi tape from the washi tape shop. This collection looks go-to for my reading journals because all of these murder mysteries or the book covers combines with this particular washi tape set. Here I'm using a stamp sticker set which I got from Hedda, I believe, which is basically a small shop in my country, and I guess you will get them in AliExpress as well. I'm using this sparkly star stickers, which I really like because it has given the sparkly elements into this spread, and this spread looks very nice in lights because of these sparkles on the sticker sheets and the elements that I've used here. So yeah, that's for the first book. And the next book that I read in this period is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I like the plotting of this book, honestly. Basically, the genre of this book is romance, and it kind of gives me a simple known story, honestly, like spoiler alert. This story starts with a very famous celebrity girl who goes to Rome, Italy, for a vacation, and there her car broke down. Then she stays with a village boy, and the boy has a very manly gesture. Then they started dating after a few quarrels and lots of stuff that we usually see in the movies, I guess. And it was very simple and very known story that, and you'll guess how this story ends. But yeah, it was a light story to listen in July because July was a very difficult month for us in my country, so I thought that easy and simple stories are the best. There is another book that I started in July, but somehow I couldn't finish it, so I'm not going to update it here, but when I read the whole book I will definitely update it. And that's the Days in the Miyazaki bookstore, and I think that's a very light story to start, and it's a very thin book, so it doesn't feel much heavy or pressure for me to finish that book at once. But yeah, and there was another book that I started in July, but I had read a few chapters which I've finished in August, and I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about a bit of the decorations of the spread as well, because it's my favorite spread among all of the spreads that I made. Here I'm using the washi tapes from Notebook Therapy's recent collection, Sunlit Mystery, and this scheme goes very well with the cover of this book, so I wanted to use this washi tape set here, and also I'm going to use the sticker sheets that I made for my patrons this month. These stickers are basically for my Happy Mail Tire patrons, and I am going to launch this sticker in my shop later in this month or in the first week of October. I believe it's going to be in the first week of the October. So yeah, I've used a few sticker sheets from Ikigai Papier here as well because they goes very well with the color scheme and the theme I've gone for this spread. This story was pretty known to me, and so I'm not going to give it more than 3 stars. So that's it for this review as well, and I believe it's okay to rate the books according to my taste. So yeah, as you can see that I have given the book a 3-star. And the last book that I've read is from an Indian American author, Anika Sharma, and this is the first book of this series called Love, Chai and 4 Other Letters. When I started reading this book, I thought that this is basically a typical Bollywood movie. I've watched a very few Bollywood movies, and this storyline goes with Bollywood movies a lot. I can understand that movies can be made from book. The story was very interesting to start with because here is an Indian girl who came to United States for studying, and she fell in love with her neighbor who is basically a Native American, and here's their chemistry starts, and they had a very difficult situation due to her family because there is a few things happened to her sister similar to her, and lots of things going on into the stories, but I knew what will happen because this story is very, very similar to the Bollywood movies that I've seen so far. So yeah, and I guess I have enjoyed this book a bit, but not that much again, so I'm giving it 3 stars as well. And this is the first story that I read from Anika Sharma, and it's basically the first book of the series, and I've read the second book as well, but I'll talk it later in my next reading journal update. So for this spread's decoration, I've gone with navy blue color and also this orange color pens like the Tombadol brush pen, and this brown comes orange pen from Zebra Sarasa gel pen set, and I also gathered up these washi tapes from the washi tape shop. I will link all of the supplies in the description, so don't worry and visit them. I will categorize all of the stationeries one by one, so you'll find links where you will get, and I will link down all of these stationeries one by one in details if they're still available. So yeah, my reading has been upgraded due to listening to audiobooks because I generally don't have much time to read any physical books. Reading a physical book along with creating things and do my chores has been difficult, so I thought that it might help me to read both physical and from the audiobooks. So that's why I think I will continue to update my reading journal monthly so that I don't feel bothered to make so many spreads in one go. And this video I filmed in 2 days because my hand was kind of shivering after writing too much, and I think that's because I've been writing much since this year, so it has been a very difficult situation for me to write too much with these little handwritings and continuously writing for this filming. Let's see the final flip through of this whole setup. That's the most satisfying thing to see after finishing the whole setup, and I really like how the spreads turned out. So that's it for this whole video as well. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Definitely this gives me a bit confident to make future videos and also makes me very happy to create. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye guys.